is Our Take. This is Mark the Moderator.
Thanks.com, the game is the game. Always shout out to St. Mary, Jamaica, Clonmel.
No doubt. Avery the Process. Shout to Phillip Rivers, yo.
Oh my God. All right, y'all. So listen, we're going to move away from talking about the NFL. We're going to talk about a social topic, which we're going to touch upon. Just this past week, last Tuesday, was a great event. I want to get your take on what the event meant to you and what does it mean to hip hop. And what I'm talking about is the Verzuz battle between the Locks and Dipset. Did this help hip hop or does it hurt hip hop? Oh man, Avery, your face. Go ahead. I'll start out with you.
I'll let Banks go first, man.
Nah, come on, Avery. No, you go first, kid. Go ahead.
Yo, shout to Dipset, shout to the Locks. Definitely, I was not either fan. I was a fan of Jada. Yes, I'm a Jada fan. However, listen, man. Did it help hip hop? No, it didn't help hip hop. It did something else. Put some guys on the stage, gave us some entertainment for 2 hours or whatever it was. Was it entertaining? I don't know because I ain't look at it. That's me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know whether it helped hip hop, so to say, or did it hurt hip hop. I'm sure it didn't hurt hip hop, but it was just another piece of entertainment. I heard about the antics and I've seen some of the highlights and the things that happened, but I'm impartial to it.
Why?
Not really a big fan. I'm not really a big fan of as I get older, the sort of the ignorance that I kind of feel that we portray as a people. And I get it. It's music, it's entertainment, but for me, I'm just moving away from that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some of it is a little toxic, shows a little bit of toxic black male masculinity that I'm not too happy or proud to, be a part of. I respect it. It's an art form. That's what the brothers do. Listen, we all on this panel from the street, so to speak. I get it, but just for me, I'm not personally watching it. Again, shout to Dipset, the Locks, for putting it on. I think it was entertaining for the people that watched it, and that's as much as I think about it.
Banks?
Definitely helped hip hop. I come from culturally from Jamaica. This basically what this is. This Verzuz format is a sound clash. It was good to see, man. I want to say I'm never betting against Jadakiss again. I don't care who he's going in the Verzuz. He could be going against Hov. It definitely helped hip hop because Jadakiss's streams are up 200% since that Verzuz battle. Speaking of Avery's point of being ignorant and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to disagree based off of the fact that at the very end of the show, the guy said, we told each other prior to coming out we was gonna be competitive, we was gonna talk our shit, we was gonna have fun out here, but it's all love. And they made it a very positive message about, this is about unity. This is big for hip hop. I thought it was extremely entertaining. I actually had, prior going to the battle, I had Dipset winning. I thought the Locks were going to make it a lot closer than people thought. But it was phenomenal to see, man. The shout out to Jadakiss, shout out to the Locks in general. Jadakiss is a phenomenal MC. And we've lost that somewhat in hip hop when it needs to control a crowd and really put on a performance, and we're not talking about dancing or anything. We're just talking about straight lyrics and putting on a show. I just think it helps hip hop. I think it was definitely a big moment. I think a lot of people around the country got to see New York culture and what we represent, and I thought it was a beautiful thing to see for me.
I'm going to come at it differently as the elder statesman on this panel right now.
Elder statesman.
I look at it very different. But there's some things I did pull from it. I appreciate the fact that both groups kept it music and didn't cross any lines and make us look bad. Because had a fight broke out or something would have went left, it would have only hurt us even more. But that being said, I cannot keep continuing to accept the content in some of the music. I can't keep accepting the flash, Dipset coming out with all the jewelry and putting on this and just, I mean, that's not our culture. When we really think about it, when we really separate ourselves from the glitz and glamour, that's not what we really are. This is why we make white America so much money, because we try to amass something that isn't real. I think Jada said something which was powerful. Half that stuff that you are wearing is rented, but you got other dudes that is running around trying to look like that, trying to go out and get it by any means necessary. And that's not for us at this junction. We got to start changing our mindset, and that's where I'm at with it. Does it help hip hop to glorify what we keep glorifying? No, because there's no balance. I just had a conversation earlier, and it was deep because people talk about clean rap, or let's say the conscious rap, and I said, brothers is not trying to do that. They ain't trying. People, the consumer ain't trying to hear it. Because if you think about something, and I'm not getting into religion, but you have another form of rap that people don't even listen to, which is clean, which is Christian rap. It's still rap, but it's not the mainstream. People don't generate to it because it's not what we're known for. It's not, as Bank said, our culture. When really, if we don't get balance, y'all, the stuff we keep seeing continue to happen is only going to keep happening. It's not changing. I just want to see it change. I just want to see more positive than I see negative. That's me. But I'm much older.
If I could add on to that, I think the older I get, listen, again, shout to Dipset, shout to the Locks. Like, I grew up on, and I don't want to say grew up because that's like 2000 stuff. So I was, older when they dropped or whatever. But for the most part, I've listened to that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be a lie if I say, I still don't listen to some of that stuff or stuff that has content in it like that. But as I get older, I think, and the more kind of, and dealing with, what really gets me, and just to say this, because I understand what you're saying, Banks. But just to say this, I think me dealing with young black men is what really gets me to see more. I see the influence that it has. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that moment when they was at the end of the show. They was like, we did this out of love, peace, da da da. But the reality is that me and Mark picked up on that. When you talk to these young kids, they don't even recognize that piece of the show. They don't recognize that piece. They recognize Styles almost kicking Cam. They recognize, Homeboy taking I forgot son's name, Jada taking son's bandana off and throwing it. You know what I'm saying? Joel Santana, yeah. That's what they see. They don't care about the peace part of it because that's not what's cool. And it's like this almost like I say, bizarro world we living in where I get it. We grew up embracing that type of music. We grew up embracing the content. Listen, I'm from the street. I tell people all the time, I understand it. I get it. But again, I think the older I get, the more kind of like it doesn't sit well with me just as a person and seeing the effect that it has on our generation.
Avery, let me jump in here because I think what you just said is something that's very, very deep, is that as we get older, because if you roll a clock back 20 years ago, 30 years ago for me, this might have been something that, that was dope.
No doubt.
That was this, that was that. But as you push the clock forward, and as Avery said, when I work with young dudes, they pull from it total different, man, because, we have a level of maturity
right,
that is not supposed to grasp the other things that these younger cats is grasping. We can't see it in the same lens. Most young cats and I are not going to see it in the same lens. Go ahead, Banks.
Just based off of the fact that, I'm part of this culture and I know what young people tend to follow. And not saying that I know better than y'all. Mark, you're more involved with young black men than I am. But I know this is an Instagram culture and stuff like that. Now, this was a music thing, and I think we're not giving kids the credit they deserve. I think they can separate something, right? And why I say that is because Jim, if you follow Jim promotes fitness. That's all he does. He's literally telling people all the time, this is what you need to be about. Hold on. Styles P, Jadakiss, they own Juice Bar. They own Juice Bar. They all about health and investing your money. And this is what, or even Cam, to an extent, is talking about business now. You know what I'm saying?
Banks, let me ask you a question, man. And let's keep it 100 here. How many shout outs to the Bloods were they giving props to?
I didn't hear too many shout outs to the Bloods when I was watching. I did.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just don't remember hearing that. I was in the moment enjoying the music. I wasn't really listening for that.
It did. And you see, and that's the counter, because I hear what you said. At the same token, if I'm talking juice bars and business and this and that, then I can't be talking about the Bloods. I can't be talking about gang. I can't because here's the deal. The detriment and what's more powerful is the gang. That's more powerful. You only buying into what these kids is chasing.
I think they were talking about Bird Gang. They wasn't talking about
No. A couple of dudes which they shouted out are deep blood members that they brought their names up during the concert, during the show. Okay,
so the counter to that is what I would say, right? When you look at it, hustle is what he talked about, because he was a member of the Rolling 60s. Is that more powerful when he was talking about, I want y'all to invest, I want y'all to be self-sufficient, where he bought his whole block, where the shopping plaza where he died at, he owned that entire shopping plaza. That's anybody that knew, because if you look at Nipsey musically, you can't say that his impact was as large. His funeral and the impact that he had did not match his music catalog, is what I'm saying. Musically, you're like, yo, this dude only put out like one album and a couple mixtapes, and they put Staples Center for his funeral, because I think sometimes, yes, you can be a part of that gang culture because that's what you grew up in, but you can also preach something else as well.
Banks, what I'm saying is this. I'm not saying you can't preach it. I'm not saying you can't talk it. But at the end of the day, if I'm taking kids and I'm telling them that I want you to become an entrepreneur and I want you to do this and I want you to learn finances, but at the same token, I am selling drugs, killing my own people. What am I actually saying? What am I actually doing?
So here's my thing, and I agree with you, Mark, but here's my thing. My thing is, listen, again, I know plenty of people from the street, you know what I'm saying? Like, for those who don't know me, like, yeah, I'm from the street. I know plenty of people from the street. I know people in gangs. You know, I still got dudes that are my age, older than me, that still claim checks. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk.
Same here.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know where I'm from. Like, so y'all know what time it is. Like, thanks. You know what time it is. So what I'm saying is, I think that the issue that I run into is this. I feel that, yo, you can always start. You got a career, yo. You start this career off of, yo, I'm this is what I'm doing. We choking, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case is, I feel like there's no growth. And my thing is like, yo, once you start now talking about, yo, all right, boom. And this is not a shot at nobody, but yo, I'm investing in juice bars. I'm investing in my money in this. Yo, you can still have your claim to the streets. Like, you can still be on the same par and be recognized or be accepted. I go back to the building, you dudes still, hey, what up? No problem. I'll be with a suit on, what up, right? But the thing is, like, your message gotta change as you evolve. That's all I'm saying. Your message gotta start changing. Like, I hear dudes' albums and they be saying, and I ain't gonna, you know, I hear dudes' albums, or I hear dudes say, yo, I'm investing in this, we gotta invest in stocks, da-da-da. Then I listen to your album and you talk about how much coke you sling. Like, bro, it's this, that's not aligning with me anymore.
Yo, busting
like,
caps and killing and putting bullets in somebody's head.
What you're doing is, I think the issue that I got is that you're capitalizing off of our demise for yourself. And yeah, I get it. You know, we can start talking about the stuff you do in the community, but it's what people hear first that gets to them. You know what I mean? I think that's the problem that I have. So it's like, yo, I just want dudes to, all right, yo, you was here, you want to talk about this, you want to talk about your story, you want to talk about how much coke you sold or whatever. All right, half of these guys ain't even living in the same neighborhood that they talking about anymore. So now you're not in the line, and don't get it twisted. I do know there are some rappers that are still with it and still about it. I get all of that. But there's a lot of guys that's living off of another guy's life. And, you know, I just feel like, yo, that's where I feel like I agree. I think if there was a little bit more balance, I wouldn't have such an issue with it. Because we've always had the quote-unquote gangster rap. We've always had the quote-unquote ignorant stuff. But we also had the positive stuff. Now we flooded with jewels, coke. Now we talking about taking drugs. This is wild. It's crazy to me. Yo, I'm sipping on lean, and it's wild.
Putting diamonds in your forehead. You know, that's where we at now.
You
like,
know,
come on, really?
But it's up to us to kind of push that towards this generation, because I understand the generation, yo, they make their own lane, and I ain't knocking guys for making money. Let's be very clear about that. I want every young black person, old black person, any person of color to be successful and make some money. I just feel like, yo, you gotta have some integrity.
It's how you make the money, though. Don't make the money. Right. You can't make the money off of murder. You can't make the money off the backs of those that are already oppressed. And I've heard people say, but hip hop has made millionaires. And here's my pushback. More cats has went to prison than has become millionaires off of hip hop. The numbers are staggering. So that's why I said, y'all, listen, I get it. I'm an older cat. I get it. But at the end of the day, we have to start being able to supply a better product for more people to choose from, rather than keeping it in one avenue and then glorifying it as if, yo, check this out. I mean, I get it. It's a capitalistic society. I know this. But at what cost?
That's what I'm saying.
At what cost, y'all? At what point do we say this industry, who we don't control the industry, this industry is geared towards this bullshit?
And we gotta, please, everybody, can we please stop comparing music to a movie? And I want to be clear. I'm not saying music, hip hop itself, is the sole reason. I think people get that twisted. I'm not saying it's the sole reason of why we are the way we are. That's not
many layers to it. There's many layers to it.
But it's surely enough. It's helping push that same narrative along. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Because of the influence, I go back to the malt liquor era. I knew what they was doing with advertisement. They knew what they was doing, kid. They pushed those advertisements towards us so we could buy this liquor, we can get drunk, fuck ourselves up, and they profit. That's what it was. And that's why they got rid of it, because once it got exposed, it was clear what they was doing to hurt us.
Right.
It's geared towards that way. This music is geared towards putting us in prison. That's all it is. Now, not everybody's going to go to prison, but the numbers are staggering on the amount of impact that hip hop is having among our youth. That's just real. And some people don't want to admit that. That Band-Aid is a tough Band-Aid to pull off. So my thing is, let me just say this also. When I seen some of the clips, Sheik came out in a t-shirt and shorts and boots. He wasn't the glitz. He wasn't the glamour. Styles came out in that green joint that he had on. Wasn't no glitz, wasn't no glamour. Then you look at Dipset and these dudes is added on jewelry. As of, yo, really? Like, really?
That's a part of the play.
That's the puppetry. That's the puppetry. That's all it is.
I'm gonna disagree a little bit, Mark.
That's Harlem. That's how they get down.
Yeah, that's a part of.
What's the name said it best? Cam don't even live in Harlem no more. Cam ain't seen Harlem. Half these dudes, yo, Joel's live in Jersey. Yo, come on, see, that's what I'm saying, man. Yo, let's be real about it. You ain't Harlem. You came from Harlem. Yo, listen, I came from Southside Queens. I'm not Southside Queens, kid. Yo, I'm been out of there.
I'm over there every day, though.
Yo,
I've been out of there, but I'm
still rep Queens no more.
Hold on, I've rep. Wait. Repping Queens and sitting here living as if I'm still in Queens is two different things, kid.
That's true. I
it's two different things. Listen, I say it all the time. You can't have it both ways, kid. Now again, if I was still out on the street, it's a different story. But I'm not there no more.
They Harlem cats that get money. That's what Harlem cats that get money do. That I'm not. I just know how Harlem cats operate. That's what they do. They like to show they got money. This is a no.
I'm agree with you, Banks. Like I get all of that,
bro.
I don't do it. But I get that.
How many times have you been places and you could be like, homies from Brooklyn, homies from Uptown? I already know by the way he moving that dude's from Uptown. Come on.
But wait, hold up. But is he from Uptown? Is he still on the block? Because if you're telling me, hold on, Banks, hold on, because I'm going to address what you just said. Because if you're at a certain stage in your life and you're still on the block, and I can see that you're still on the block, that's a problem.
I see what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that for this concert, I think we're going a little bit deeper.
It was showmanship. Yeah, it was showmanship.
The concert. Jules looked like a fool, but he was trying to dress like when Dipset was in their heyday. That's how they used to dress. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I understand that entertainment piece of it as well.
But wait. But once again, what did I say? The puppetry. Because you're going back to what you once were compared to what you are now just to sell. If that's what you're doing, then to me, that's where the problem lies at. Because then where's the elevation at?
Well, my problem, like I said, the issue I got is, and the reason why I didn't look at it is because I kind of knew what I was going to get from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew it was going to be the lies going crazy, like, you know, with the Timbs. And I knew what it was going to be with Harlem dudes, with the furs on. And I knew what it was going to be. I really wasn't interested, just at this point in my life, not interested in that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't looking at that. I just wasn't interested in it.
Listen, if I was 13, 14, or 16, that might have been impressive to me. That's all I'm saying to you, because that's who you're going to influence is these younger kids, man. At some point, when are we going to start thinking about the impact, man? Because, we can't keep accepting it as the norm. And we know what the impact is. There's studies out there that'll tell you what the numbers are of us in prison behind hip hop. That's all I'm saying to you. This gang culture.
Well, we're just going to have to agree to disagree. Because if I'm 13, 14, 15, and I follow Jim on a regular basis, I know what Jim is talking about most of the time. He's talking about fitness and health. He ain't talking about being blocked and stuff like that. I'm gonna look at this and say, well, this is for a show. That maybe that's just me.
But that's what it is, though, Banks. Banks, and that's why I agree with you.
But you're 40, Banks. We're not talking about you.
That's not what I said, though, Mark. You're not listening to what I said. I said if I'm 14, 15, 16, I follow Jim on a regular basis. Jim strictly talks about fitness. In case you didn't do it today, I did chest and back and stuff like that. Those are the things that I'm going to be looking at.
Speak to the 14, 15, and 16-year-olds.
I do. I speak to my daughter. I know what my daughter
listen, hold on. But your daughter is not in the streets, is she?
No.
So
I do know young kids that are in the streets.
Hold on. So those are the ones you speak to see if there's an influence, if what you're saying stands. Because that's how you would really know.
And if you really want to be honest, 13, 14, 15-year-old kids are not checking for the Dipset and the locks. That is for our generation. That's for the 40-year-olds. Most of them 14, 15, 16-year-old kids are not listening to the locks. They're not listening to Dipset. They could have cared less about that. I'm just being honest.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, but in the defense
that
of that
night
thing,
reached a lot of people.
That I'm not even gonna say that night just with them, because I think Dipset and Locks is more a little bit of our era when we was entering our adulthood. The young kids, though, they are listening to other things that Banks.
This is what I'm saying. If you want to say that, fine. If it was like if it was a versus Lil Uzi Vert versus Tyler the Creator or something like that, the kids would be all over that. The same way.
I have no idea who you just said.
That's my point.
I know you're talking about.
You have no idea. You have no interest in watching. That's the same. These 15, 16-year-old kids are like the Locks versus who? Some old dudes.
That was a lot more for us, Mark. Believe it or not. People that are like a little bit younger than us in our age bracket, that's what really cling to that. The younger
All you
kids
have
didn't
to
really
do is look at the crowd. Every time they came in the crowd, look at the people that were in the crowd.
Right. I think what I'm
But
saying.
most people
what Mark
didn't
is saying-
wait. But most people watched it online. They streamed it.
I'm telling you, it was 30-plus-year-olds watching.
I probably 100%.
Y'all all. I ain't trying to name no names, but y'all all know. Well, not you know, but you know my best friend Jack. His son is 16. I'm willing to bet money if I call him now and say, did you watch Dipset? He's going to tell me I have no idea who the hell you're talking about.
My son is 22 and he had no clue what I was talking about.
Okay.
So, but I think from a content standpoint,
I get what you're saying.
yeah, from a content standpoint, that's where I was just, and I think that's what Mark was at with it. I mean, ultimately, I don't think it moved the needle with hip hop. Just me personally, I think it was a great night.
It didn't move you right.
It's like if we go see Kane and G-Rap, it's some older characters out there. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what I think it was for. I just didn't have any interest in looking at it.
Like I said, Jadakiss's streams increased 200% since that Verzuz. I almost guarantee you no 16, 17, 18-year-olds went and purchased some old Jadakiss album to listen to what he had to say. Almost none.
Okay. All right. No problem. All right, y'all. This is our take, man. Thank you for tuning in, spending this time with us. We appreciate it. Peace out.
Peace.